Hello there, and today I'm going to teach you how to solve the Rubik's Cube. Let's get started. So first of all, you've got to know your cube. So in every cube there are 6 sides. The same goes for a Rubik's Cube. Every side has a color. Those colors are white, green, orange, blue, red, and yellow. If you notice on a solved Rubik's Cube that white is opposite to yellow, red is opposite to orange, and green is opposite to blue. So if you don't have a pattern like this, just assume that your cube isn't a standard Rubik's Cube, but you can still solve it. Let's get to it. So now I'll show you what are the pieces. This piece is the centerpiece. There are 6 centerpieces on the Rubik's Cube, and each centerpiece determines its color, its side, So if this is a green centerpiece, you know that this is the green side. You can't determine a side by this piece or this piece. So done with edge pieces. This is an edge piece. And there are 2 stickers on an edge piece. There are 12 edge pieces present on a Rubik's Cube, and this piece is known as a corner piece. There are 8 corner pieces present on a Rubik's Cube, and each corner piece has 3 stickers. It's now time for you to learn the notation. So the notation is basically the representation of a few moves. So this move is called R and it stands for right clockwise, and this move is called R prime and it stands for right counterclockwise. This move stands for L, and this move is known as L and it stands for left clockwise, and this move is known as L prime and it stands for left counterclockwise. This move is known as U and it stands for up clockwise, and this move is known as U prime and it stands for up counterclockwise. This move is known as D and it stands for down clockwise, and this move is known as D prime and it stands for down counterclockwise. This move is known as F and it stands for front clockwise. This move is known as F prime and it stands for front counterclockwise. This move is known as B and it stands for back clockwise. This move is known as B prime and it stands as back counterclockwise. So now we can go ahead and scramble a Rubik's Cube. Before we go on, I'd like to tell you that solving a Rubik's Cube has 7 steps, and I'll go through all of them, so just be patient. And there are few algorithms which you won't memorize at once, but slowly as you get the hang of them, it will go pretty good. So the first step is to solve a green color cross, and by that I mean like this. So basically all the pieces are solved. So you just solve all these edge pieces, all the green edge pieces correctly. So this is the green and white edge. So green gets aligned to the green edge piece gets aligned to the green center. White edge sticker gets aligned to the white sticker, and so on. Now I'll just teach you how to do that. So firstly what you do is you keep the green center on your top, and now you just get all the green edges in the blue layer, the blue center layer. So it's like this. I see this green and red edge piece. The green layer is here and the blue layer is here. I get the green sticker beside the blue center sticker, like that. And you just do that for the rest of the pieces. Now I see this green and orange edge piece, and I can get it here by just doing this and this. Now I can get this green and yellow edge piece here by simply doing this, and I can get this green and white edge piece here by doing this. By just getting it here, then putting this in. Then I have to resolve this, so I can do that by moving this and doing that. Once you're done with that, you align all the the other stickers, so apart from green. So in this case, white is already aligned to the white center and orange is already aligned to the orange center, and you solve them by getting them to the green center layer. So basically I get this up here by doing these two moves. Now in the same way I can solve the green and orange edge piece. Now I can do the green and red edge piece by getting this here. So red is aligned with red, and two moves. I can align the green and yellow edge piece just like this, and yeah. So now we're done with the first step of solving a Rubik's Cube. Now what you do is you solve the remaining green corners. So by the end of this step, the green side will be done. So your cube should look somewhat like this after this step. I'll teach you how to do that. So basically what you do in this step is you look at one green corner piece. Let's say this green, orange and yellow corner piece. Now you get it below its desired location. So it needs to come here, since the green center is here, orange center is here, and yellow center is here. Now what you do is you simply keep the corner on the right. So no matter what, you keep this corner on the right and you do these 4 set of moves. It goes like R prime, D prime, R, D. So in this case I was lucky and I got it solved the first time, but you might not be lucky, so you need to do it several times until you see that it's solved like this. So you basically do this for the rest of the corner pieces, but I'll just go through all of them as a walkthrough so that you understand. So here's the green, white and orange corner piece. I get this below its desired location, which is here, and then I do those 4 set of moves. So it's on the right, I know that. Yeah. Now I see this green, red and white corner piece. It's already below its desired location and on the right. So yeah, here's the corner piece, and I just do those moves again. There we go. Now for the last corner piece, it's right here and it needs to come here, so I get it here and there we go, presto. So now we come to the third step of solving a Rubik's Cube. Basically what you do in this step is that you solve the middle layer, just this layer. By that I mean somewhat like this. I'll show you how to do that. So after our first layer, we just flip the cube 180 degrees and do this. So on the top layer, on the blue layer, we search for a piece that does not, an edge piece that does not have the color blue on it. So here is one. Here it has red and yellow. So red is on this layer. So we just align it with the red center like this. Now we can just get this here by it's aligned. This thing comes to the right, so you can see it's coming to the right. So what you do is you do a U and this comes here. You get this up, then you get this back where it was this edge piece, it was right here, and then you get this thing back where it was 2. Now this is unsolved, this corner. So basically what you do is you flip the cube 180 degrees and then solve it like this by doing d prime r prime d r. Or if you don't want to do that thing, you can just do it like a normal corner, which goes like r prime d prime r d, r prime d prime r d, and so on. And eventually it needs to be solved, and then you can get back. Now I look for another non-blue edge piece on the blue layer, and I find this red and white edge piece. Again, red is on this layer, so I align it with red. So it's like this, but this time it goes to the left, as you can see. So what I do is I do a u prime, then an l prime by getting this up, then I get this here, or in other words, get this back here and get this thing back where it was 2, and then flip 180 degrees, and then you solve it like a corner. But if you do r prime d prime r d, it won't work, so because this time it's in the left. So what you do is you just get this corner away from the place where it needs to come, like that, get this thing down, get this back where it was, and get this back where it was. Now I again search for the non-blue edge on the blue layer, and here it is, the white and orange one already aligned. So this time it again goes to the left, and I do it like this. And here's the last edge piece. So this time it goes to the right, already aligned. I can do it like this. Then however you want to solve it. Now if you get a case like this where the edge was solved but unfortunately flipped, and if it was your last edge maybe, then what you do is you assume that this was the piece which needed to come here, and you solve it, and then this piece has come out, so you can solve it normally. Now let's go to the 4th step. In the 4th step, what you do is you solve a blue cross, and by that I mean something like this. Now you might run into 3 possible cases. One is a horizontal line case, so you make it horizontal, which is the best case. The other one is the case where you have an inverted L, so like these two are matching, and in this step you basically ignore all the corners. And the last and most unfortunate case would be a dot case where there's no blue edge on the top layer. So if you get this case, what you do is you do this algorithm, which goes like F R U R prime U prime F prime, and then you would get a line case. You keep it in a horizontal way like this, and do the same algorithm again, which goes like F R U R prime U prime F prime. Now if you get a dot case, what you do is you do the algorithm twice or thrice. So like that, hold it like this, yeah. Now coming to the 5th step, what you do is you just orient the edges, blue and X edges, let's say, to their right places. So for example, like this piece, blue and orange, already solved, blue and white, already solved. Now you keep so if you move once or twice, you'll probably see that 2 edges will be solved. If you don't, you just have to do one algorithm once more. So you hold one solved edge on your right and one solved edge on your back. On the back is like this, in this case white, and you do this algorithm, which goes like R U, R prime, U, R, U2, up twice basically, R prime. Now after moving you will see that the edges are solved and you're done with 5 steps of solving the Rubik's Cube. 2 more to go. Now in this step you basically orient the blue corners, all of them. So in this case you should look, first of all you should look for one oriented corner. In this case I have none, so I need to do that algorithm twice. And that algorithm goes like U, R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L. Now I look for an oriented corner and here it is. So I keep it on my right, on the right bottom, and just do that algorithm again, which goes like U, R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L. So you might need to do that algorithm twice or thrice, depends, until you see that all the yellow corners are oriented like this. And now you're in the last step of solving the Rubik's Cube. Now basically what you do is you see whether there's an unsolved corner. In this case all of them are unsolved, but you might get a case like this one where just these two are unsolved. So basically you pick this one, and so you keep it on the right bottom, the unsolved one, and do this algorithm which is familiar with you. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. So now once you're done with that, you move the cube like this until this unsolved corner comes to your right bottom. And now you do the algorithm again. R prime, D prime, R, D. Prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. And then we're just a couple of moves away from this legendary thing happening. So that's it for solving the Rubik's Cube. Thank you for watching. So you will need to practice these algorithms a little bit until and unless you get the hang of them. So yeah, that's it about the video. Thanks for watching.